Then next we will see about using the if room. So here suppose if you are giving the options like if room as the show as the action. So here the menu item will be displayed in the action bar if there is enough room. If there is not enough space, it will move to the overflow menu. Okay. See for example, so what does if room mean? So this tells the Android to show the menu item on the action bar only if there is enough space. If the action bar is full, the item automatically moves to the overflow menu. So that is a 3-dot menu. Okay. So next we will see about why we have to use the if room. Okay. So actually, so it is the best for actions that are important but not a critical one. And at the same time, it keeps the action bar clean by dynamically deciding whether to display the item as an icon or on the overflow menu. Okay. So next we'll see about the explanations of the attributes which is relevant to this statement. So the first statement is about Android ID. It's a calculator. So here the unique identifier for the menu item. So next one, Android icon is equal to Android drawable IC menu manage. So here the icon for the item so is a optional one. At the same time, the text may be used if there is no icon. Okay. So next statement is title. So here, so we have given a calculator as a title. So this will be the text label which will be displayed on the item. Okay. So next statement is show as action is equal to if room. So this will shows the item in the action bar if the space allows. Otherwise moves it to the overflow menu. Okay. So actually, so what will be the behavior of this overflow menu? If only one or two items are defined with always and there is a still space, the if room item appears on the action bar. Okay. So if too many always items are defined, if room items are pushed onto the overflow menu. Okay. So next we will move on to the implementation of option menu, how to implement this option menu in the step by step procedure. Okay. So the first step, so we have to create the new project in the Android Studio. Second step is create the menu directory and the menu file. So first we will create the menu directory, so which will contain the menu file. So for that first we have to go to the application, then select the rest folder. So in that we have to do the right click, then we will have a dialog box. So in that we have to select the new file and select the Android resource directory also. So that time we have to give the directory name and resource type as a menu. Okay. So that is very important. We have to select the menu option. Okay. Then third step is set up the menu file. So here we will create the menu example file inside that menu resource directory. So for that, so first we have to go to the application, then select the rest folder, then we have to select the menu, then using the right click we have to select the new and menu resource file and create the menu resource file and name it as a pop-up menu. So in the pop-up menu file, we will add the menu items. Next, we will now explore the code of menu example.xml file line by line to understand how these attributes work together to structure the options menu effectively. So this XML file is stored inside the rest folder and menu directory, and this contains all the menu items that will appear either in the action bar or in the overflow menu. So the first statement is XML declaration. So here the first statement is XML version 1.0 and encoding UTF-8. So this statement declares this as an XML file and it specify UTF-8 encoding for the proper character representation. Then second we have a statements which will be included for the menu tag. Okay. So here menu is a root element and the next statement is XMLNS Android. So this statement provides access to the Android attributes. So like it may be the identifier for the unique identifier, otherwise it may be like a title. Then next statement is applications. So this allows the use of additional attributes like show as action like that. Then next one is menu item 1. Okay, so here we are going to declare various list of the items. Okay, first one is menu item 1, which is equal to send. The main purpose of this menu item is menu item send is add the send menu item. Okay, so next one is ID, Android ID. So, this will be the uniquely identifies this item for the click handling in the code. Then next line, so we have a icon. So, this uses the built-in send icon. Then title, so this will display the label as a send. Okay. So, next we have a show as action is equal to always. So, this will ensure the item is always shows in the action bar. Okay. Then next, so we have adding the menu item 2, which is gallery. Okay. So, this is similar to send. So, this item always appears in the action bar with a gallery icon. Then we have a menu item third, that is a call. Okay. So, this display the call action with the call icon. Okay. So, also marked always. So, it will appear in the action bar if the space is available. So, next we have a fourth item. So, that is calculator. So, this will add the calculator item. So, actually the main difference between the if room means it appears on the action bar only if there is an enough space. Otherwise it goes into the overflow menu. Then, so next fifth item is exit. So, this is similar to the calculator. So, this item will appear on the action bar only if there is a room. Otherwise, it moves to the overflow menu. Then we have a closing tag. So, here, so the menu should be end. Okay. So, ends the menu resource definition. Then after that, so we have a set up the main activity file. So, in the main activity file, so we will add the functionality to each menu options. So, next we will explore the explanation for main activity.kotlin file. Okay. So, first, so we have to declare the package. Okay. So, here the package name is my application. So, first statement is my application is a package name. So, this will define the package name of the application. At the same time, it helps to organize the code and resolve the class references. Okay. So, next we have to import all the relevant files. Okay. So, then after this, so we have a bundle of items will be imported. Next statement is Android OS bundle. So, it is used to pass the data between the Android components. So, next we have Android view menu. So, this represents the options menu. So, next we have a representation of menu item. So, this statement represents the individual items in the menu. So, next widget dot toast. So, this statement display the short messages to the user. After that, we have a application component activity. So, it is a base class for the activities using the modern Android features. Actually, it will be stored in the app component library. Next, so we have to declare our class. Okay. So, using the statement of class, main activity and application component activity. Okay. So, this statement declares the main activity as a subclass of app component activity. At the same time, it inherits the lifecycle methods like on create options menu and on create options item selector. Okay. So, next we will see about what various methods which will be involved in this particular activity. So, first we will see about the on create method. So, this method will be called when the activity is first created. Then next we have a set content view. So, this will set the user interface layout from the activity main.xml. Then second method is on create options menu method. So, this method will be called when the options menu is created. So, next statement is menu inflator. So, actually, so this statement will load the menu items from the menu example.xml already we have stored. Then, so this will return the true ensure the menu is displayed. Then we have a statement like a on options item selected method. So, this method will be called when the user select the menu item. Okay. So, that time, so this particular statement will be called like item.item ID. So, this will identifies which menu item was clicked. So, based on that it will be called. So, next we will see about handling menu clicks with when checks the clicked items ID and perform the action. So, the first statement is toast.make text. So, this statement display the short message on the screen. Then handling the other menu items, similar blocks handle. So, we have various types like r.id.gallery. So, this statement shows image icon. Then we have r.id.call. So, this will shows call icon. Then we have a calculator. So, this will shows the calculator menu. Then we have a exit. So, this will be called in finish method to close the activity. Then so default handling. So, suppose if there is no matches found, it calls the parent implementation. Okay.